From this video, you will learn 25 opposite words. Look, the opposite of good is bad, right? The opposite of good is bad. Then the opposite of hot is cold. The opposite of happy is sad. The opposite of up is down. The opposite of inside is outside. The opposite of light is dark. The opposite of young is old. The opposite of fast is slow. The opposite of strong is weak. The opposite of full is empty. The opposite of big is small. The opposite of start is stop. The opposite of day is night. The opposite of high is low. The opposite word of love is hate. The opposite word of win is lose. The opposite word of right, left is left. The opposite word of rich is poor. The opposite word of wait is die. The opposite word of yes is no. The opposite word of positive is negative. The opposite word of in is out. The opposite word of easy is difficult. The opposite word of beautiful is ugly, or you can say the opposite word of ugly is beautiful. The opposite word of alive is dead. Now I will show you some sentences using this thing. Look, she is a good student, but he has a bad influence on her. Look here, the opposite of good is bad, or the opposite of bad is good. The coffee was too hot to drink, so I waited for it to be cold. The opposite of hot is cold. After the sad movie, she couldn't help but feel happy when her friend called. Sad, happy. The opposite of sad is happy. Please go up the stairs and I will meet go up the stairs and I will meet you down in the lobby. The opposite of up is down. I left my keys inside the house. Now I have to wait outside. The opposite of outside is inside. The room is so dark that I can't see anything. Could you turn on the light? The opposite of light is dark, or the opposite of dark is light. The young couple celebrated their anniversary with the elderly man who had been married for 50 years. The opposite of young is elderly. Elderly. He is a fast runner, but she is quite slow in comparison. The opposite of slow is fast. His strong determination helped him overcome his weak moments. Strong, the opposite of strong is weak. The glass is full of water and the other one is completely empty. The opposite of full is empty. The big elephant easily trumped the small dog in size. The opposite of big is small. I will start the car and then you can stop it when you are ready to leave. The opposite of stop is start. During the day, the streets are bustling with activity, but they become quiet at night. The opposite of night is day. The airplane soared to a high altitude, then descended to a low one for landing. The opposite of low is high. Love can conquer hate and forgiveness can heal wounds. The opposite of love is hate. In the race, he aimed to win but was prepared to accept the possibility of losing. The opposite of win is lose. LOSE. The right side of the road is for driving and the left side is for the parking. The opposite of right is left or the opposite of left is right. Despite being rich in knowledge, he remained poor in financial resources. The opposite of poor is rich. The rain made everything wet, but now the sun has come out and it's all dry. The opposite of dry is wet. Will you say yes to the proposal or will you say no? The opposite of no is yes. Her positive attitude helped her overcome many negative challenges. The opposite of positive is negative. I will wait for you inside the cafe and you can call me when you are out. The opposite of out is inside. Solving this puzzle is easy for him, but it is quite difficult for me. The opposite of difficult is easy. She is a beautiful singer, but her voice is a stark contrast to his ugly lyrics. The opposite of beautiful is ugly. He was alive and well yesterday, but today he seems unusually quiet and almost dead. The opposite of dead is alive.